Beyond the Gate spoilers full. Welcome back to our channel, besties. Today is a beautifully chaotic day in the soap universe, and we have so much to discuss. Grab your iced coffees, settle in, and let's unpack the wildest drama to hit our screens this week. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right this literal second because I am genuinely shaking and we need to talk about this now. I am filming this while literally running errands. I have a steering wheel in one hand and my iced matcha in the other, but I had to pull over in a Target parking lot because my soul has actually left my body. I was mid-skincare last night, okay? I had this thick charcoal mask smeared all over my face, and when this scene happened, I gasped so hard the mask cracked into a million pieces, and I literally had to yeet my phone across the room. It hit the rug, but I didn't even care because the sheer, unadulterated audacity of what is happening with Bill Hamilton and Dani Dupree right now is straight up criminal. I am personally attacked. I am unwell. Send help. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step because my brain is legit mush right now. We all know Bill has been hospitalized, right? The man has been clinging to life by a literal thread, and his mysterious health crisis has been the absolute center of gravity for the entire DMV area. And we also know that everyone, and I mean everyone, has been screaming from the rooftops for Bill and Dani to just stay away from each other. Like, bestie, be for real right now. They are officially on my do not perceive list because they straight up refuse to listen to reason. The universe is literally throwing giant neon red flags at them, and they are out here collecting them like rare Pokemon cards. It's giving major, I cannot even energy, and I'm spiraling over their choices. Both of their marriages are literally hanging on by a microscopic thread, and they are acting like they have zero responsibilities in the world. Dani's marriage to Andre is a whole separate, complicated mess, which don't even get me started on Andre seeking advice from Ted about some mystery stalker texting him, like, "Sir, focus on your wife who is currently practically living at her ex-husband's bedside." And Bill's marriage to Hayley? A total, irredeemable dumpster fire of epic proportions. But does that stop Dani from waltzing into that hospital room day after day? Absolutely not. She is ignoring every single warning from her family and her friends. And Bill, oh my literal God, Bill is lying there, hooked up to a million beeping machines, looking pale as a ghost, and he is still trying to seduce Dani from his hospital bed. I am literally hyperventilating right now. The man is fighting for his life, facing a completely unknown medical disaster, and he's out here throwing flirty eyes at his ex-wife. The same ex-wife he hooked up with in a tornado elevator. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, how does he even have the energy? It is straight up wild to witness. Which is honestly so unhinged because this is a soap opera, right? So literally anything can happen. Maybe they are just harmlessly flirting. Maybe it's just the trauma bond talking because they have so much messy history. But the chemistry is so thick you could cut it with a surgical scalpel. You can literally feel the romantic tension radiating through the screen, melting my television. Every time Dani walks into that sterile, overly lit hospital room, Bill's heart monitor probably spikes, and I am sitting here screaming at my screen like an absolute lunatic. I mean, they know they shouldn't be doing this. They know it's a terrible idea. But they are drawn to each other like moths to a highly toxic, incredibly dramatic flame. It is absolute cinematic mayhem, and I am living for every single toxic second of it. Oh, hold on, I should have mentioned this earlier, but we absolutely need to talk about Vernon Dupree. Because if you thought the hospital flirting was the peak of the drama, you are so deeply mistaken. In the episode airing Monday, August 17, Vernon straight up threatens Bill. Yes, you heard me. Vernon, the ultimate stern patriarch of the Dupree family, marches in there and lays down the law. And let me tell you, the vibes were immaculate but absolutely terrifying. Vernon has this deep, booming presence that just commands respect. And when he looked Bill dead in the eye and basically told him to watch his back, I got chills. Actual, physical chills down my spine. I mean, Vernon is already furious because Dani made that massive Freudian slip recently, calling Bill her husband in front of the whole family right there in the hospital. And now he's taking matters into his own hands. Vernon is basically telling Bill that if he brings any more disaster into Dani's life, there will be hell to pay. And honestly, I am Team Vernon on this one. Bill needs to be very, very careful. He's already got Joey Armstrong warning him to investigate his failing health, and now he's got Vernon Dupree ready to end him. The walls are closing in on Bill Hamilton, and I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. But wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Because while Bill is getting threatened by angry fathers and flirting with his ex-wife, his actual current wife, Hayley Hamilton, is completely losing her grip on reality. Hayley is, without a doubt, the worst Black Widow copycat in the history of the world. She has been slowly poisoning Bill since October 2025, and the man is still alive. Like, girl, what is your methodology? Are you using Splenda instead of arsenic? It's genuinely embarrassing for her at this point. But because her plan isn't working fast enough, and because Dani is constantly hovering around, Hayley is spiraling into a nuclear villain arc. And who is catching the brunt of Hayley's unhinged wrath? Poor, innocent nurse Ashley Morgan. You guys, I cannot even begin to explain how bad I feel for Ashley. She is just trying to do her job, check some vitals, maybe change an IV bag, and Hayley is treating her like absolute garbage. Hayley is so deeply insecure and annoyed by Dani's constant visits and the entire Dupree family loitering in the hospital corridors that she is projecting all of her psychotic, murderous energy onto this poor nurse who is literally just trying to keep her patients stable. I am genuinely obsessed with this dynamic because Nurse Ashley is just standing there in her scrubs, which, by the way, why do hospital scrubs always look so stiff? Like, can we get some breathable, aesthetically pleasing fabric for these healthcare heroes? Anyway, tangent over Ashley is just standing there, and Hayley is barking orders and throwing absolute tantrums. Hayley is fighting with Ashley over the most ridiculous things, probably trying to control who comes in and out of the room so she can finish her botched murder plot in peace. It's so chaotic, and I am here for the drama, but someone needs to give Nurse Ashley a massive raise and a 2-week paid vacation immediately. But besties, oh my god, I haven't even gotten to the craziest part yet. This is the moment that literally made me scream into my pillow at 3 a.m. This is the moment that permanently altered my brain chemistry and caused my soul to ascend to another dimension. So, Dani is doing her usual lingering, right? She's visiting Bill, probably giving him those longing, tear-filled looks that she does so well. And she steps out for a second, or maybe she's hiding behind a curtain, honestly. The blocking in this scene was a little weird, but whatever, and she sees something she was never, ever supposed to see. Dani Dupree, with her own 2 eyes, accidentally witnesses Hayley pouring poison into Bill's orange juice. I am literally shaking just typing this. Let me paint the cinematic picture for you, because the execution of this moment was an absolute high-octane psychological masterpiece. The room is quiet. The heart monitor is beeping steadily in the background. Hayley thinks she's completely alone. She pulls out this little vial, which, where does one even buy slow-acting, undetectable poison in Fairmont Crest? Is there a dark web Amazon Prime? I have so many questions about her logistics. Anyway, Hayley uncorks the vial and starts tipping it into this plastic cup of hospital orange juice. And you know it's that cheap, pulpy hospital juice that tastes like battery acid and sadness anyway? And Dani is just standing there, frozen in the shadows. I was watching Dani's face, and you could literally see the exact second her soul left her body. The sheer horror. The realization that the woman who was her daughter's best friend, the woman who her family took in when her parents died, the woman who stole her husband, is literally out here trying to murder him in broad daylight. It was genuinely sickening to watch. Bestie, be for real right now. How did Hayley not hear Dani breathing? How did Hayley not feel the absolute daggers Dani was staring into the back of her head? It was so tense I genuinely forgot to breathe. I was clutching my chest because I was too unwell to handle the gravity of this event. Dani just watched Hayley drug the juice. And then, Hayley actually gives it to Bill to drink. It is so sick. It is so twisted. It's straight up disgusting, and I'm officially ready to fight Hayley in a Denny's parking lot at 2 a.m. She's absolute trash. I am calling it right now. This is the catalyst. This is the moment everything changes forever. Because what on earth is Dani gonna do with this information? She can't just unsee that. Is she going to slap the cup out of Bill's hand? Is she going to scream for Nurse Ashley? Or is she going to play the long game and gather evidence? Knowing Dani, she's probably going to panic, run out of the room, and have a full-blown existential crisis in the hospital cafeteria while staring at a stale blueberry muffin. She is not equipped to handle a literal attempted homicide. And don't even get me started on the vibes of this entire hospital wing. It's like a breeding ground for secrets and lies. Dani now holds the literal key to saving Bill's life. Joey Armstrong warned Bill to look into his health, but Bill is too blind and too weak to see that his own wife is the Grim Reaper in a designer pantsuit. Dani is the only one who knows the truth now. But if Dani exposes Hayley, It's going to drag everything out into the open. The affair, the elevator hookup, the Freudian slip, everything is going to explode into a million pieces. I am literally hyperventilating thinking about the confrontation that is brewing. Imagine Dani walking up to Vernon and saying, "Hey Dad, you know how you threatened Bill on Monday? Well, his wife is actually poisoning his orange juice." Vernon's head would literally spin off his shoulders. And what about Andre? Andre is already dealing with his own paranoid stalker mess, having secret meetings and talking to Ted. If he finds out Dani has been playing amateur detective in her ex-husband's hospital room and is now entangled in a murder plot, that marriage is officially cooked. Done. Burnt to an absolute crisp. Did I mention how utterly repulsive Hayley is for this? Like, I need to reiterate this because my brain is still visibly buffering from the sheer audacity. She took advantage of the Dupree Richardson family's kindness. She slept with Bill. She married him. And now she's out here treating him like a sick science experiment because she wants his money or his power or whatever twisted goals she has in her head. She is officially the most unhinged character on this show, and I am genuinely terrified of what she will do if she finds out Dani saw her. If Hayley realizes Dani knows about the poison, Dani's life is in extreme danger. We already know Hayley is targeting Kat Richardson because Kat is digging into the disappearance of Lynette Wise. Hayley is out here silencing people left and right. What if she decides to slip some of that mystery juice into Dani's iced latte? I cannot. I absolutely cannot. My anxiety is through the roof, and I'm going to need my therapist on speed dial for the rest of the week just to process this trauma. I'm so deep in the lore of this show that my grip on reality is slipping. This situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. I need the next episode immediately. I need to see Dani knock that orange juice into the stratosphere. I need Vernon to come back and finish what he started. I need Nurse Ashley to finally snap and put Hayley in a medical headlock. Manifesting all of this for us, besties. Let me know in the comments if you are as unwell as I am, because I cannot go through this alone. Okay, I have to go finish my errands before I literally pass out from the stress. Bye.